Now this program here, I'm going to write a function to return a grade, like an A, B, C, D in a course, where we calculate your average and we return the grade. Pound include IO manipulation, using namespace std. So my function here is going to return a character value. We'll call it grade, that's the name of the function, and is going to expect an integer value from the main program. So let's do the function, then we'll come back and deal with the main program. So here's, just delete all that stuff here. Let's go right there. So this is my function here. Function grade. Character, lowercase, character. We're going to call it grade. And int x. And maybe I'll use the switch statement here. Switch. We're going to take x, and we get, instead of call it x, let's call it score. So that's your score there, or your average, AVG. Let's take your average for the course, and let's divide it by, divided by 10. So if your average is 75, divided by 10 is 7.5. But what I'm going to do, you really can't use a decimal value in the switch. So I'm going to convert that to an integer value. So here we go. Case 9. Case 10, if your score is either 9 or 10. We're actually going to return A. Well, single character is going to return A. Break. Done with the switch statement. Case 8. Return B. That's a semicolon here. Include. Pound include CMath. Where's CMath? Okay. Average divided by 10. Oh, you know what? INT average. Yep, it's an integer value. That's fine. That's a semicolon. Let's do a break here. break. Let me copy that. Copy. Command V. Case, I forgot, 7, return C, copy, Command V, that's 6, return D. I see an error here. That's because this should be, I use capital there. A, VG should be okay now. Return D. And default value, otherwise, Command V, return F. I don't need this one here. Close the switch statement. I have extra stuff here. And again, notice the switch opens here, closes here, and this function here closes there. I forgot a semicolon here. So now my main program, so this is that function that's going to return the grade. So my main program, let's say we're doing one for our class. Our class, the homework assignments count for 60%, the exams count for 40%. So double homework average, comma, T average, comma, average, overall average. Now, I know what you're thinking, wait a minute, you're using average here, using average. They are two different things. This average and that average are two different. It's not the same average, it's not the same memory location. So, cout, enter the homework average. Homework average, right, enter the homework average, CN homework average, cout, end L, next line. And let's repeat that for the test average. So copy this one. Copy. Enter the test average. Assignments. Average. So this is T average. And now we're going to calculate what your average for the course. AVG equals homework average times 0.6% plus test average times 0.4%. And now I'm going to call the function int g, that's for the grade, equals, let's call the function called grade, and let's send with it. Now this function expects an integer value. Your average is going to be a decimal value, so what you want to do, static cast, convert that to an integer value, and I want you to take avg, convert that to an integer value, static cast, not convert that to an integer value, and use that number to calculate what your average for the course. So I'm sorry, this is not G here, this is character, because this is going to have your grade for the course, single character. So to print it here, we go cout, we'll do color prints. Next line, slash new line, your average, your your average is and let's write average. Next line, cout, next line again. Well, I already have next line to go there. So your grade in the course is I can make it for the course if it's done completely, but if it's not done in the course, your grade for the course is, and that's G and L. And I think that should do it. I would say I think, because you never know till you run it. Enter the homework assignment average, let's say 77, your homework assignment average. Enter the test average, 82. Your average is 79, your grade for the course is C. Run it again, just to make sure it's working, not just for C's. Your homework average was a 98, your test score average was 88. Your average is 94. Your grade for the course is A. Run it again. Let's say you didn't do well on the homework because you've been skipping homework assignment. Your average was 30 and you have 100 on the exams. You have an F for the course. So you really can't miss the homework assignments because you're going to pay the price. So this one actually we returned a character. Sometimes you can return a number, a decimal value, an integer value, a character. You can return anything. Or maybe you don't want to return anything. If you don't want to return anything, let's say I want print the result. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add another function here. I'm going to call it display. Void. If you're not going to return anything, we have to use the word void. And we're going to call this display. And this one's going to expect two things from me. He's going to expect a double, which is going to have the average, A for average. And he's going to expect a character which is the grade. Curly bracket to open it, curly bracket to close it. Now here, instead of printing the result, I'm going to cut both of these. And put them here. Except the average here is referred to as A. The number I'm going to be sending to it is going to be the average, and the grade is going to be saved here. So now to return that, notice there is no return to this function. So you type in the name of the function. The name of the function is display. I think I used display. Yep. So display. And I'm sending the average. And I'm sending G. Notice I'm getting a syntax error because it doesn't know what that is. I need to go back up there and go void to let them know this does not return anything. Display, expect a decimal value and a character. That's what expect. Two things. One is decimal, one is a character. Now, my program should do the same thing we did here. It should work fine. But instead of the main program printing the result, we're going to ship the result to a function called display, and that display actually will print the result for us. So save it and run it. Let's put a 60 here for homework assignment and 75 for your average is 66, your grade is D. Uh, 90 and 94. It should give you an A probably there. Your average is 91.6. Your grade is A. So it's still working. So anytime you don't want to return anything to the main program, we use the word void. Like if you're making a menu, that's a void. If you just want to print the result, that's a void. You're not bringing anything back to the main program. That's your main program. And the other one, when we got the grade, we brought the grade back because we want to know if you got an A, B, or C. That's why it's not a void. I said bring it back.